do as their elected representatives. Honorable Speaker, I say that because I know, and I know many of these members, including myself, we have suffered a lot of harassment. And I was asking the leader of minority this morning whether he has suffered the same. And he told me his phone is worse. Many of these members of parliament today, Honorable Speaker, you cannot reach them on their phones because they have blocked their phones, including WhatsApp. But this is the beauty of our democracy, Honorable Speaker. And the beauty of this democracy, Honorable Speaker, is that Kenyans express themselves and we respond to what they are saying. And in responding to what they have told us, that is why many of the amendments that you find in the committee's report that touch on the issues to do with bread, border, sanitary towels, Honorable Speaker, and I heard this morning somebody asking whether we have capacity to manufacture adequate sanitary towels and diapers in this country, Honorable Speaker. And I want to confirm to the country that we have more than adequate capacity. Honorable Speaker, if you get data from the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Honorable Speaker, we are outstripping the daily demand, for instance, for sanitary towels. And I mentioned sanitary towels because, Honorable Speaker, I am a father to girls. Two of them who are now turning to their teenage years. One is 17, the other one is 14. And I have seen these members, someone was showing me a very derogatory message sent to him, being asked whether his wife doesn't do what, I don't know what, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I am saying this because if you look at the data from the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, it is clear that out of 4 established companies who are manufacturing sanitary pads, for instance, that is Interconsumer Products Limited, Promed Limited, African Cloth Limited, Sai Pharmaceutical Limited, and a 5th one coming up, Sunda Kenya Limited. The 4 companies' production output is 148 million pieces a month. Our local demand is 135 million pieces a month. Honorable Speaker, when the eco levy was introduced on sanitary pads and diapers, Kenyans spoke to the Finance Committee and said they would become expensive. And Honorable Speaker, the Finance Committee has responded by imposing both VAT and that eco levy on finished imported products, including imported sanitary pads and diapers that are coming from countries, and I do not want to mention the countries, Honorable Speaker, whose safety, how hygienic they are, whether they meet the required health standards, we cannot ascertain, Honorable Speaker. And it is important for us as parents to be responsible citizens and parents to protect our teenage girls, our mothers, our sisters, our wives, by ensuring that the sanitary pads that they use are safe, they are secure, they are hygienic. Honorable Speaker, it is only fair also to protect our growing manufacturing industry. I watched, Honorable Speaker, when the Kenya Association of Manufacturers presented their memoranda to the Committee on Finance. And they truly pleaded with the Committee on Finance to protect our local manufacturing industry, Honorable Speaker. When then we are told, Honorable Speaker, that imposing excise duty, imposing an eco levy, imposing VAT on imported finished products in order to protect our manufacturing industry, in order to ensure that we have jobs being created, Honorable Speaker, for the thousands of youth who today, Honorable Speaker, are being misled that the only thing that these honorable members can do is to reject this finance bill instead of fixing it, fixing what is wrong in the finance bill. Honorable Speaker, this bill had 65 clauses at inception when it came to this House. I have listened to Kenyans, Honorable Speaker,
yes,
and engaged a number of them.
Order, Honorable Majority Leader. Under what standing order?
83.
Pardon?
And Speaker, according to the oxygen principle,
Under what standing order?
according to the oxygen principle, Speaker, procedural technicalities does not override substantive justice.
Order. You are here in the morning. I said, you understand a point of order. I'll allow you. Tell me which standing order is being infringed. Then I allow you. You said 83. You're out of order.
Mr. Speaker.
Go on, Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was asking.
Order, Baba Wino, you should know what you want to say, my son. Because you stood up and said, standing order 83. It doesn't apply. Then somebody whispers to you 91, you say 91. Go on, Majority Leader. Take your seat.
Honorable Speaker, I was asking, what is so wrong with us protecting our manufacturing sector in this country, Honorable Speaker? What is so wrong with us ensuring that we are creating jobs within our own economy instead of creating jobs in other countries, Honorable Speaker? Because when we say that we do not levy excise duty on imported finished products, whether they are finished and fully assembled border borders or motorcycles, Honorable Speaker, we are creating and exporting jobs out of this country into those economies where we want to import those finished products from. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want to speak to the young people in the streets. The young people, Honorable Speaker, who have been mobilized in colleges and universities around our country to send members messages of rejecting this finance bill. This finance bill is about protecting yourselves as our children. It is about creating jobs for you as our children. It is about ensuring that the future of our economy is secure, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we will only secure the economy for future generations if we make sure that we nurture the growing manufacturing sector in our economy, Honorable Speaker, vis-a-vis in exporting jobs to other countries, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the finance, every year that we pass a finance act in this House, it has a 3 or 2-fold objective, Honorable Speaker. Top among them, other than revenue, is also to ensure, Honorable Speaker, that we create jobs within our economy for us to be able to expand our tax base. So that, Honorable Speaker, those of us who feel overburdened, especially the working class in this country, because we are paying taxes and very many other non-taxpayers or Kenyans who are not paying taxes are depending on us to ensure that we're able to create jobs, create more income earners who can pay taxes so that we share the burden of taxation more evenly and more fairly, Honorable Speaker. And that is part of the prime objective of this Finance Act of 2024, to ensure that we raise revenue, we protect our manufacturing sector, Honorable Speaker, we create jobs, and more importantly, Honorable Speaker, we deliver services to the people of Kenya, Honorable Speaker. I am glad, as the President said yesterday, Honorable Speaker, that the conversation in this country now has changed. We are no longer debating in this House, Honorable Speaker, these interjections, I find them unnecessary. I think Babu Owino thinks we are outside Central Police Station.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we cannot sit here.
What standing order are you on?
91.
91.
Honorable Speaker, why is it that it's only my standing orders that you are confirming, Honorable Speaker? The rest you are giving.
Baba Wino, everybody has been subjected to the same treatment.
What I want to say is very important and urgent, Honorable Speaker.
Yes. Yes, what is out of order?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I've heard the submissions made by Honorable Ichung'wah, and I want to say that at first I thought that they were important and detailed, but I've just realized that the important parts are not detailed and the detailed parts are not important. He's talking about manufacturing. Honorable Speaker, I want to educate Honorable
What
Ichung'wah.
is out of order?
This
you
is
know
where
now
I'm
you are
coming to.
pursuing a counter argument.
This is where I'm coming to, Honorable Speaker, on matters economics, because Honorable Ichung'wah is claiming that if we increase taxes for imports, that is what he's saying, that if we increase taxes for imports, imported goods, then we will give an opportunity for industries, local industries to grow. which literally
debate now.
Which literally is normally true. But in our situation as a country, Honorable Speaker, we are going to promote what we call foreign absorption, where money is going to leak from...
Order, Honorable Babawino. Order, take your seat. Order, Honorable Babawino. When you take your seat. You are pursuing a very healthy argument, but it's very far from a point of order. When you are given an opportunity, pursue that argument and convince your colleagues. When you stand on a point of order, ordinarily you start this way. Mr. Speaker, is it in order for the member on the floor to say this and this and this, when in fact the fact are this and this, or contrary to this standing order? You've shot up on my permission, and you're pursuing a very healthy argument on the bill that has no relationship with what the member on the floor was saying, because that is your argument, that's his argument.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for that guidance and protection. Honorable Speaker, I was saying many of the amendments that have been proposed by the Finance Committee in a big way cure the numerous concerns that Kenyans had over this finance bill. And therefore, that's why I want to plead with this Honorable House, let us do what is right. I know there are those who are tempted to do that which is popular. It is very popular to join street demonstrations, to be seen as a hero rescuing people from police stations when they are arrested out of whatever they are arrested on in the streets. But as a leader, and we are here as leaders, Honorable Speaker, as a leader and as leaders, Honorable Speaker, we must do that what is right. And Honorable Speaker, when this administration came to power about 2 years ago, our fiscal deficit as a percentage of GDP was at 6.7%. We were projected to borrow 1.1 trillion shillings, Honorable Speaker, in the first year of this administration. That today, Honorable Speaker, with the budget that this House adopted 2 or 3 weeks ago, has gone down from 6.7 to 3.4%. That is on account of sound economic policies. It is on account of doing what is right rather than what is popular. Honorable Speaker, I know many of these members have been intimidated around the country, being told, utatupata 2027, or you get us in 2027. I want to give you the highest assurance. What the people of Kenya will judge you against is whether or not you are able to deliver on the promises and the pledges you made to them on delivery of services. It shall not be possible to deliver services, to build roads, to build schools without generating revenue for the country, Honorable Speaker. We cannot be a country that lives on debt, Honorable Speaker. And I'll beg for additional time because of the interjections, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, 2 years ago, we are not just surviving on borrowed money. Honorable Speaker, we were on the verge of defaulting on our international and national domestic debt obligations, Honorable Speaker. From last year, end of last year, Honorable Speaker, it became clear, not just to us within the country, but to the world at large, that Kenya was never and was not about to default on its debt obligations, Honorable Speaker. That is why, Honorable Speaker, today, unlike 2 years ago when the price of unga was at a high of 260 shillings, today the price of unga is at a low of 100 shillings, courtesy of the right economic policies and not what is populist.
Give him 2 minutes to wind up.
I have 15.
Pardon?
I have 15, they had time to 10, and the interjections.
I'll give him an additional 3 minutes. Yes, Wamshomba, hold the time. Wamshomba, what's your point of order? And under what standing order?
Mr. Speaker.
Give her the mic. There's one next to you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise under Standing Order number 90. As a member who has pecuniary interests on matters sanitary towels, as a user, because I'm a user, do I qualify?
Can you repeat that you are?
I am standing on the strength of Standing Order number 90.
Yes.
As a member who wishes to speak on this matter of sanitary towels as a user.
That's yourself.
Yes.
You are out of order. Take your seat. If you had in the morning the Honorable Tenda Molo, although he did the right thing wrongly, when you challenge somebody under, take your seat, under Standing Order 91, you're challenging the member on the floor who has pecuniary interests, not on the basis of your own pecuniary interest. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was saying 2 years ago, UNGA, when we speak about the cost of living, UNGA was at a high of 260 shillings. Today, UNGA is at a low of about 100 shillings, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, our exchange rate, the Kenya shilling to the dollar, almost a year ago, it was at a high of 162 shillings. Today, it is at a low of 128 and still going down, Honorable Speaker. Courtesy of the right economic policies, courtesy of pursuing what is right rather than what is popular, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in the past, we have suffered what was described as state capture, Honorable Speaker. This bill, Honorable Speaker, in a big way addresses the question of state capture. Honorable Speaker, there are companies in this country that have survived largely on what is called tax expenditure and manipulating the system around tax expenditure, Honorable Speaker, especially around the question of VAT refunds. This bill, Honorable Speaker, is addressing the loopholes that bedevil our country through people who are well connected, who use the system to beat the tax system, Honorable Speaker, exploiting tax refunds to make bigger profits for their companies, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, speaking to state capture, Honorable Speaker, we built an SGR infrastructure over 10 years ago.
You have 1 minute.
You would be shocked today, Honorable Speaker, there are people who are still claiming tax deductions around buildings that were done with the SGR. This bill is bringing to an end from the 1st of July those deductions courtesy of the SGR, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, I know there are people who are mobilized because they have been benefiting from the system, Honorable Speaker, hiding behind civil society, funding civil society, Honorable Speaker, and the civil society, Honorable Speaker, mobilizing negative propaganda against this bill. I want to implore our members, do what is right, do what is good for the economy, do what is good for your generation, future generations, Honorable Speaker, what will secure our nation's economy, not that.
Your time is up. Nabi Nabwera.